Alright, hey guys, so today I'm back in another video. We're going to go over some updates to my computer setup and another addition to the desk setup. I took off the trains. I don't remember if I posted that video or not. I've been working 7 days a week for the past few months when our new general manager started. And now we have another one because that's a whole nother story. But have a couple days off this week finally, so I'm going to be uploading hopefully a couple videos when some stuff comes in. But I got a new case, and I really like this case. This is posted on Marketplace for free. It is the Silverstone RV01, and I had the Cooler Master Cosmos 2. I do like it. I'm going to keep it around. I'm going to put another system together because I have more than enough components to do it, besides power supply and some storage. We're going to go over the RV01 a little bit. So, got your power and reset buttons up here. And behind this little door, you got two USB ports, FireWire, microphone, headphone, and then this door. And there was a Blu-ray drive in it. And I'm going to building up my Blu-ray collection slowly with ones that I like. Being pretty picky on what I buy because I'm running out of room to display stuff. But to get this top panel off, you just turn these, slide it back, pull it up, set that in my chair. And then you've got your I/O up here instead of the back. Got an exhaust fan. This is my I/O with BIOS reset. BIOS flash button and a Q code logger, dual Ethernet, and network management port. It's got 4 USB 3.0 and 2 USB 2.0 and 7.1, I think that is. And then to open it, you just slide this forward. It's a bit finicky. Just pull that forward and pull this up. Now, in the Cooler Master case, I had this motherboard. It is an X79 Extreme 11 from ASRock with it had a 3960X when I bought it, and the 3960X died, so now it has a 3930K. It has 32 gigs of RAM right now, and I have some more DDR3 in the drawer. That is 16 gigs, 8 gigs, 2 more 4 gig sticks of DDR3, which originally came in that board. And this should be 16 gigs of DDR4 SODIMM, just in case. And then I have one of my GTX 780s on display and my GTX 970. I did 3D print these, which we'll go over. My printer I picked up. I did paint this one. I don't know if I like the paint color or not. It's just the spray paint I had on hand. I just wanted to test to see how well spray paint would stick to my prints. And I'm running low on filament now, and I bought 2 rolls, so hopefully I can get. I ordered some more from FlashForge. I got 2 of their lucky boxes. I got the 3 roll and the 5 roll box. But it says NVIDIA on there, as you can see. It had 2 STLs on there on Thingiverse. One said NVIDIA, one said AMD. That is what it looks like in the blue that I got. It is not quite as bright in person as it is on camera, but I kind of like the blue. If I get a green filament, I'm definitely going to print in green. But I got this STL for these legs for this motherboard on Thingiverse also, and just it's a display stand. I need to figure out what size hardware he used to mount them, because right now this side is held on with zip ties. The other side actually has screws, so I'm running low on case screws and standoffs. That's what I used on the other side. And then I picked up this Creality CR10 SE. I drove down to Micro Center to pick it up. It was on sale for $260. And I got 2 of their inland filament rolls. We have this multicolored glow in the dark. I do know I'm not supposed to keep them out. I'm going to order a filament dryer and invest in filament storage. Now that I bought 8 more rolls. But currently in here, so I had the 970 as my main GPU. And I actually did have a spare power supply that I bought before I got this 1300 watt off eBay. And I lost the receipt to return it, so I traded that for the 1080. Bought this Noctua NHD15 for the X79 system. But right now it has, what is it? An Asus X99 WS/IPMI motherboard with a 2660 V4 14 core. And it has a 2TB M.2 SSD and a 3TB hard drive right here. I have a 16TB drive, but I don't have it in there right now because I'm saving that for if I build a server. But it came with 64 gigs of RAM, and he said he could only get 48 to work well with it. But I got all 64 to work right off the bat without even doing anything. And these drive bays are toolless. I would like to move the Blu-ray drive up to the top and put the case underneath the desk, but it's really messy down there, so for now I cannot put anything down there. But I printed this little Anubis, if it'll focus. It didn't turn out the best, definitely some work. I printed this one, a 260 millimeter tall one, and I think 180 millimeter one. But I forgot to, in the Creality app I was using first, I didn't add supports to the chin here on the 260 millimeter one, so the chin fell. So I cut off the excess stringing, sanded it down flush, and just gave it to my brother. The other one, I successfully got the supports added using Orca Slicer on my PC, and I sold that one to a coworker, and then I printed 2 benchies. This one's the multicolor filament, although it's not quite big enough to be all of the colors. Then I printed this benchy out of that blue. See, that one looks closer to the actual blue instead of that. I guess if I bring it over into the light, they look about the same color, yeah. But I also ordered an X299 platform, and then I picked up some standard DDR4 because this Xeon obviously uses ECC RAM, and CPU I bought with the board does not use ECC. See if I can find this out logging into my account. Should have tried to find it before. But if I am not mistaken, the CPU I got, okay, so I got this combo. I did submit an offer. He did accept it. This cooler is going to go. It is not going to stay on. I'm going to transfer the Noctua over to it. But it is missing the I guess call it the armor over the I/O ports. It is an M-ATX board, but it came with, you know, Gaming Pro Carbon AC motherboard, 16 gigs DDR4, 2666 CL16, and a 7820X. And that's probably going to take about a week to get here. Because there's multiple available of it. So I don't know if they all are missing the armor or if they come with I/O shields. But yeah, that cooler will not do. They have really good feedback, so hopefully it's alright. And then I bought 32 gigs of RAM from my local recycling center. So this is the 3930K with the 1080, and it scored 17,234. The physics score 14,300. And then the 2660 V4 got 16,559, and slightly better on the graphics score. And I'm not crazy. I did put it in PCIe slot number 2 because the motherboard said that was by 16 and that was wired for by 8, but it didn't make a performance difference even while monitoring. But the 2660 V4 averaged 32 degrees Celsius with an average clock frequency of 2.4 gigahertz. It's a 14 core, 28 thread. The 1080 had an average of 60 degrees Celsius. And I did not repaste it. I don't typically repaste GPUs unless they need it, just for my sake. As you can see, this build is the Xeon with 64 gigs of RAM being recognized, 2 terabytes NVMe, and 3 terabyte hard drive, and then the GTX 1080. I am hoping to pick up a second 1080 to do SLI because I have an SLI bridge because I did SLI for the 780s. But we'll go over. Where did I put it? Ah, there it is. Okay, so I also 3D printed these Blu-ray stands for my Code Geass Steelbook, my Death Note, and I have to print one for the SAO, Phantom Bullet. But this is my second 780. I don't know if I'm going to display this one yet. The box is really, really rough. And that is my EVGA SLI bridge. I've been debating whether or not to paint the yellow to a different color. And that's the box for my power supply. And there's the big old box for the case that was free. So if you guys want to see me benchmark some old HDT platforms, I can buy CPUs. I can get in some different graphics cards. So if you guys just want to see that, just let me know. I'll use a screen cap software on my PC instead of using my phone. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.